If you want to change your background into something like mine, you can. I think. Are you not being a sheep though in doing that and wanting to do
All
that?
right. Well, I'll keep the background as sort of 14-year-old bedroom that I've got.
Okay.
Really.
Okay. It's a look. It's a look.
Okay, mate. Moggs, are you sleeping? Oh, my little brother's just here. So I said hello to him. He's hidden down there, sleeping.
Hidden, chained up.
That's the sort of life we're living, really.
No, don't.
But yeah, right. Okay, I'll stop being weird now, and you better stop as well. All right, DC.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the Fifth Cheese. My guest today is Ell Powell, comedian. Some would say, all things debatable. You can stop waving. Thank you for joining me. We're going to kick off with the first question, as always, which is why? What's going through your mind right now?
A lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Too many? Yeah, why not?
Why so?
Mm.
A lot of whys of why. How did we get here?
Yeah,
that's more of a how than a why, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know how you got there specifically. That's a mystery to me. That's your story, but
I'm not quite sure how I actually got here either.
Yeah.
Not in terms. I'm just on about in this moment of my life, really.
Yeah.
Why? What would you say to why?
No one's ever turned it on me before, so that's interesting.
I'm turning you on. Turning it on you.
I think this is there's a conflict already started between us. I think it's not helpful and conducive to a great dialogue. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
yeah. You need to be less defensive.
Okay, sorry. So why? Why? There's lots of reasons why, but it depends what the why is.
Yeah, what the question is.
Yeah. Like what? Yeah, what?
Yeah, the question is why.
Yeah, why? Then what is the answer?
Yeah, that is the question.
What? Yeah.
What superpower would you have?
I would have. If I actually had to have a superpower, flying would be up there. I think flying's like a natural one, but you can fly. You know, do you ever get those dreams where you fly
in an aeroplane?
Yeah, but you also like flying. I always crash in the dreams though, so I don't particularly. I can get a sense of what flying's like from those dreams.
Is that not simply because the dream only lasts so long, so you haven't had sufficient time to train as a pilot? Do you think that might be the reason you crash?
Yeah, could be. I think a lot of it is a euphemism for my life, really. Like one moment feel like I'm flying, next minute don't really have a clue what I'm doing, and then 3, I like wake up from a nightmare, but I'm not really waking up at the minute. So
okay. Yeah.
No, I think flying's up there. I'd love to fly, sure, but I think I do that sometimes in my dreams. Mine would be time travel.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Time travel, instantly.
Yeah.
Invisibility.
When I walk into my house, I'm pretty much invisible to my mum and dad right now. So I know what.
Yeah, that's about your achievements and what you've amounted to. I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think a lot of the interesting thing about invisibility is that you won't be able to see anything if you're invisible.
How do you know that though?
Because light wouldn't. What are you looking? How can light enter if you're invisible? Your eyes invisible as well.
Yeah, but that just means you're not there.
No. If you left the room, you wouldn't be there. But your eye's not there, and your eye needs to take in the light, doesn't it? if
Yeah.
you're invisible,
Yeah.
so you've got like a shield, haven't you? They can't see you. They can't see you because light doesn't reflect off you. So how can light enter your eye so you can see?
That's one of the great. That's one of the great conspiracy theories about being invisible. Is that how does one see when they are invisible? Are you actually there? Because if that happens, people can't see you, you can't see them. That means you're not there.
Maybe you're not there.
So
Maybe.
is invisibility meaning you're just not, you're in another room, you're downstairs while people are upstairs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think humans have the psychological superpower of being invisible. So do they need another one? Do you know what I mean? One's enough.
So have we nailed invisibility down to just basically not being
It's a
where
con.
you said you would
It's
be?
just one of the hoax ones. Yeah, I think it's a legitimate superpower.
Yeah. I mean, loads of times I say that I'm going to be somewhere and I'm not there. So technically, I think I have that superpower. And then sometimes, like, if you're there but you're not there, does that mean like when you're there in person but mentally you're invisible because you're not actually paying attention to the person that's in front of you? Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you might as well be. Yeah, you might as well not
Or
exist.
when if they're saying something and it's so boring that you just
Life. Confucius said life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Do you
Someone
consider
said
yourself? So what?
someone said that about football, didn't they? Football is an easy game made complicated by fools. And I just,
Yeah.
now you've said that, I didn't know Confucius said that. And I find it hard to believe that maybe
Well,
a football manager.
Confucius was Chinese, and China kind of invented a version of football. So maybe Confucius was the first football analyst to really lay that out, and everyone else. I'm talking Hanson, Lawrensons, Lineker's. I
Confucius.
think they're plagiarism, but the plagiarists really taking credit for his work.
I think Robbie Savage and Confucius do have many philosophical
they intersect at many
lineages.
points. Yeah. In many ways, Robbie Savage is the TV's Confucius.
So Confucius said life is a simple thing made complicated.
Yeah, I mean, you've paraphrased him, but you've summed him up quite well.
I've used the football version, haven't I?
You know what? I was talking about the football version. The hockey player, the Canadian hockey player, Wayne Gretzky, he had this famous quote. Are you allergic to Canadian football players of Russian descent?
I'm drinking my old lemon water at the minute. Trying to stay, fit body, fit mind. And it's a bit of the lemon went into the back of my throat. It wasn't anything to do with good old Wayne Gretzky. But a lot to do with this cheap lemon that I bought from Sainsbury's.
So he said, Wayne Gretzky said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Do you agree with that?
All the time.
No, not that you miss shots. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Do you agree with that?
It's very difficult for me to argue. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I'd argue you miss 0 of the shots you don't take because you don't take them. Like if you're not the designated penalty taker in the team, have you missed? Do you know what I mean? I don't think you have.
Yeah, if you don't try, you can't fail.
That makes sense to me. That's one of the ways I succeed.
Exactly. I think we need to stop focusing on life of learning, of just consistently failing, and then one day you might make something out of life. Like if you just don't try, like you won't fail, and then that's a positive in itself. What are you achieving really by failing loads? And like, you're only...
Money, adulation, respect. Probably those things.
But who needs respect?
Friends.
Yeah. Yeah, who needs that stuff? Would you time travel?
Would I time travel?
Yeah, what are you saying?
I'd go forwards. I wouldn't go backwards. I'd go back half an hour.
Half an hour?
Well,
What was so good about half an hour ago?
Well, sometimes you misspeak and you just want to correct it. You know what I mean? If you keep going back half an hour. But the problem with going back half an hour is that you then are half an hour older. So there's only a finite amount of corrections you can make before, like, you get to 40 and you look 70. Do you know what I mean? And I'm a perfectionist as well. So we're not... Are you frozen?
No, I'm just staring willfully.
That's not...
No, that's not me. That's not me freezing. That's me freezing at a moment in my life with such profound words by old Damon Conlan.
So because I'm a perfectionist, I'd overuse that ability to time travel half an hour or even 5 minutes into the past to correct something I said or I meant, differently. And I wouldn't make it past... I wouldn't make it through the year. Do you know what I mean? I'd look old.
Well, how old? You got one of those sort of timeless faces. I can't tell whether you're 42 or 26.
I think it's the background. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you strike me as a dude that if you walk down the street, like I wouldn't be able to place you.
Right. In society.
Yeah. Which I think is a really honourable thing. I couldn't tell whether you were 42 or whether you were 26. I think I've changed the ages of what I just said 3.5 minutes ago. I wouldn't know whether you were a good or a bad person. I wouldn't know whether you were
tall. If you're far away, you can't tell, really, can you?
Well, that's one of the struggles with being short. You're quite tall though. You're all right. You fine?
5'10", something like that. 9.5.
Yeah.
I'll get by. I can reach those shelves.
5'7.5" in the morning, probably 5'6" by the time I go to bed.
Are you needing any additional equipment for reaching high shelves in maybe a kitchen or a spare room?
I mean, we're delving into some deep psychological issues here, but I have been known to jump up onto the worktops and kneel to get into the top of the cupboards.
I like that you kneel after so you've gained height and then you feel guilty for being so tall, so you kneel.
You don't want to put your feet on the counter, do you? So it's better to just use your knees. But
That's
that is frequent.
Why are you wearing shoes though? In the kitchen.
That's a great point. Sometimes what I like to do is I just like to put a pair of Crocs on and think that I'm a chef. As soon as I walk into the kitchen, that's a chef's domain. You got to get a pair of Crocs on, right? You got to do it, surely.
Crocs.
Yeah, and then I start
uniform. Is that part of the chef uniform?
Yeah, Crocs wear chef. No, chefs wear Crocs, don't they?
Crocs eat chefs, maybe.
They eat chefs, and then I wear like a white top and then put like loads of stains down it, like chefs do. And then if any woman like walks into the kitchen, then I'll start throwing unethical, sexist comments towards them.
Yeah. Thomas Edison said, "I failed my way to success." Do you consider yourself a failure?
Before lockdown, I thought I might be starting to see a couple of steps climbing on a ladder of success.
Yeah.
Now 15 weeks in, I feel like an abject failure with absolutely no hope. I think I have a stronger character.
Yeah.
If that's one thing that can come out of lockdown, it's look, at least I've got through the end of it. Which
you've survived.
But failed my way to success. I sort of maybe that might be true, when the curtains pull down on the end of my life, at the minute, I'm
I mean,
failing
I
my
think
way.
they're closed. I don't think they rip them down. They need them for the next funeral. That's how it works.
Yeah, horrible things, aren't they? Those funeral things.
Curtains. Oh yeah, funerals
Oh,
as well.
just when the curtain gets pulled round, you're like, oh, is that really it? But yeah, no, I think I could safely say I've been failing my way to mediocrity at the minute. But one day I might be able to reflect Thomas Edison's sentiments and might be able to say, look, yeah, failed my way to success.
Yeah, or not. On average, Britons will eat 1,126 chickens in their lifetime. Is that something that's a goal for you? Would you want to smash that? Do you like Nando's?
Oh well, I had Nando's the other day. That was nice. That was lovely. Back on Deliveroo. Shout out to the big companies. But I don't know. What do you go? I go half a chicken at a time. So it's not as if I'm eating like whole chickens at a time. And if you think at the same point, like, you know, if you eat one breast, like, you very rarely eat a second breast. So it takes you quite a while to actually make up the different parts. And then if you only eat breast your whole life, and we're still talking about chickens, and they like, how does that make up a whole of a chicken? How is he? What are you basing that on? Because I definitely don't like thighs. So if I don't eat chicken thighs and legs, like, I'm technically not eating whole chickens, am I?
That's an interesting philosophical point. If you never eat the feet or the beak or the knees of the chicken, I assume they've got knees, or the knees of the chicken, can you ever be said to have eaten a whole chicken?
Well, I think maybe it refers to like weight, and I definitely think that I may have eaten the weight of that amount of chicken,
at least one.
Yeah, but I'm not big on the other parts of the chicken. Not my favorite chicken shop. What's your favorite chicken shop?
You know what? I'm gonna say it. It's KFC.
Oh, every day.
Every day. And
Every
people
day.
make this. People have a misunderstanding. People that don't go to KFC or rarely, they'll go once in a blue moon and they'll have a bad KFC and they'll go, oh, KFC is rubbish. But the thing is, they're making it fresh. You're relying on the staff in that specific restaurant. If they're not cooking it right, it can be bad.
I try and do my old bit for the planet with the old try and eat ethically sourced food, if that's the case, or reduce your impact. But like, all of that like goes out the window if you've had a couple of beers and it's like 3:30 and you look at this and it's like, oh my God, but it vaguely says chicken in the window and that looks somewhat like a chicken.
It's a picture of a chicken
piece.
Sure.
It's superimposed on some sort of weird background. And then, honestly, how long has that chicken sat in there for? Is it chicken? Like, what is that?
Out of its misery. I mean,
that's not chicken. I've definitely like eaten some
fox.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some very, sad-looking rats out the back of those places that have just lost either their mums and dads or their offspring. Because then you eat it as well, and it's like grey. And I just imagine that that's what the inside of a rat looks like, just purely because they look like that on the outside.
Yeah, you're judging a rat on its colour.
On its outside.
Yeah, which is a little, I don't know. That's
yeah, I shouldn't do that.
Right,
that's
a great thing to do, but
that's not good.
They're not going to talk back, are they?
No.
And they're considered vermin, so the perfect villain. You kick a rat when they're in the gutter, they won't talk back.
Do you?
Well,
I don't know what you do round your ends, but round
a lot of rats on the floor.
Are there?
Yeah. You never. What's that statistic? You never.
You're never 6 foot away from. You're never less than 6 foot away from them. Never more than 6 foot away from them.
I mean, sometimes I am because I'm in a field and I can't see any.
They're underneath the soil, mate.
What, rats are underneath the soil? Do you mean that's moles and like
Yeah,
badgers, isn't it?
same thing, isn't it? Is it? They're field rats.
There are 3 rats under your house right now.
That's probably true. Well, you're in space at the moment, so
Oh, sorry, yeah.
well, yeah, there you go. Oh my God, you've lost your head.
I don't. I shouldn't lose my head. Not
No, don't lose your head.
not
Mate.
in this climate. 1 in 6 mobile phones in Britain are contaminated with fecal matter. Do you think yours is one of those?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've ever cleaned my phone.
I mean, you don't ever clean your phone.
No.
Have you got a screen protector, or is it just like?
I've got a screen protector. I've just got like distracted by them. That's how distracting they are. The fact that you can just like pick it up.
You almost scrolled through the newsfeed. Then I saw you almost do that.
Almost, because what I have been doing, I've been using that
Wow.
in the day to try and really, really limit my use on anything like that, because it's so much poison, really. So this has been
I
my.
almost saw you go to play Snake, so I don't know that it's any better.
Oh, Snake's changed now. Have you seen it?
I've seen 3D Snake. I had a little look at that.
Yeah.
Seen that.
Not. I wouldn't say it's any better than the childhood memories we've got playing on Snake, but
No.
yeah, they've re-bought it out. But yeah, no, I don't think I've got shit on my phone. No, I don't clean it. I don't clean it very often. I probably should clean it now. Really,
Probably just especially in the times we find ourselves.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, well, if there's one thing that has come out of this podcast, is that I've learned that I now might have fecal matter all over my phone, and I need to clean it. So
yeah, but don't. If you've not got a screen protector on it, don't use like a antibacterial wipe because you'll damage the screen.
Okay.
Make sure it's a proper lens.
Okay.
Wipe. Okay. I don't want to hurt your phone.
All right. Well, thanks. I'll keep that with me.
And that brings us on to our last question of the podcast, which is always, what was the 5th cheese of my 5 cheese pizza? I had a 5 cheese pizza. I cannot remember the 5th cheese. I do remember the first 4 cheeses. What was it and why?
Well, what were the first 4?
Okay. Great question. People have only just started asking me that, actually. They just guess straight away, usually. So we've got a cheddar base.
Cheddar base pizza. Okay.
Then we've got parmesan.
Go to. Yeah.
Feta.
Yeah.
Brie.
Quite strong, that, isn't it?
No, you're thinking camembert.
That's it. I would go mozzarella.
Yeah, but what would I go?
No, I'd go mozzarella for you.
Right. No, it wasn't.
Really?
No.
Goats?
Goats what?
Goat's cheese?
No.
No.
No. I mean, isn't feta goat's cheese?
I don't know, is it? No, I don't think so. Feta isn't. Feta's Greek.
We're not worried about the nationality of the animal. So it's sheep. It's sheep's milk.
Well, there you go. If there's anyone that in this world who's a Welshman and knows the difference between, a sheep and a goat, then you're looking at him.
Yeah, that's true.
So what is the 5th cheese? What is your 5th cheese? What do you like? I don't know.
Here's the thing. It's the mystery of the show. What is the 5th cheese? If I reveal the 5th cheese in episode 6,
yeah,
then the mystery's gone. No one's going to tune in until I need a new format then.
Well, it kind of defeats the whole point of the podcast, really, doesn't it?
And this isn't even episode 6.
What episode's this?
This will be episode 9.
Gorgonzola. Bang. The Gzola. But is it for me to say why that you'd have that?
Only morally, if you think it should be.
No, I don't really know my cheeses. I'm going to be honest. I probably should have brushed up on them before I came on the 5 Cheese podcast.
The Fifth Cheese podcast, but
The 5th.
Not worry about specifics.
All right, okay. Don't be a word Nazi. All right, come on. We're seeing a lot of restrictions placed on our language at the moment, and you're getting pedantic about 5th and 5 Cheese. I used to work at a pizza restaurant though before.
Yeah.
That was it. I was just telling you. Yeah, I worked at pizza.
Great one. Thank you, Ell Powell.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Ell Powell, for being on the Fifth Cheese podcast.
Thank you very much for having me. Love you.